Yo, what's going on guys, Khraze here, welcome back to another No Man's Sky update, and today we have a really huge surprise, the very first ever Halloween event happening and also dropping with a brand new update 3.05. So we have brand new content in the game, we have some brand new customization options, some changes to derelicts, and of course a ton of other stuff that has also been fixed. So let's discuss all of that in this video, and as always, if you enjoyed at any point, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on it. Now let's begin with the announcement right here. Of course, you've probably noticed from the background footage that there's quite some cool stuff added in this new update, and it mostly is going to be Halloween event related. So spooky stuff happening in the background, spooky stuff being able to, well, unlock by playing said content, and of course you're going to definitely want to do this since it might be a limited time only for some parts of it. So let's begin with the fact that the derelicts have been going through some really awesome changes. With the Halloween around the corner, we wanted to give players a reason to return to the darkest corners of the galaxy. The corroded hulk of derelict freighters can now be mined for a strange new material called tainted metal, and rumors abound that highly valuable Quicksilver has begun to leak from their lost cargo holds. So let me give you the gist of it. If you go at the scrapper NPC on the space station, you will see that its item window has kind of been a little bit revamped to the point that now, instead of taking like the previous resources, he exclusively sells things in exchange for tainted metal, which by the way also means that our previous nanite farming method has been pretty much made non-existent. It doesn't work anymore because of this, but it now has a new currency called tainted metal that you get from those derelict freighters. I'm gonna tell you about that in just a little bit, and with that tainted metal you can go ahead and purchase some of these brand new items over there. Some of these are base parts, some of them are decals, but the most important is probably gonna be the brand new face option for the anomaly race, which kind of looks something like this. Really awesome. It's actually quite terrifying, if I might say so, and it also comes with some really interesting choices over there that we will break down in just a little bit. But on the same note, Quicksilver can also drop from these derelicts as well. Now, unluckily for me, I wasn't able to get any of this in the current run, but apparently Quicksilver can drop from these derelicts one way or another, but this is only going to last for the next couple of weeks, maybe a bit more than that, so probably until the Halloween is over, which is why I definitely suggest you go ahead and take advantage of this, since it's currently the only way in the game to get Quicksilver until we get back with the weekend missions and whatnot. But this is also going to be important because you're going to have these new really awesome starship trails that are going to eventually unlock at the Quicksilver merchant on the space anomaly, and the one that of course is probably the most sought after is this rainbow effect right here that looks just amazing. Definitely gonna be aiming for it once tier 2 unlocks, and honestly, it's amazing. It's gonna cost quite a bit, which is why you will need that Quicksilver right away. Now let's talk about how the changes affect the derelict freighters, because there's a bunch of these nudges to the rewards. So first of all, let's talk about the tainted metal. This is now going to drop as a resource from pretty much all of the boxes, caches, and the other chests that you might find on the derelict itself. Of course, the chance is random and it can still drop with something different. Maybe you might get some units, nanites, or other resources, but there's also a chance for now for the tainted metal to also drop from those containers too. And by the end of it, I was able to get about 700 plus tainted metal from one single run, and this was before giving in to the same scrapper NPC, the captain logs and the crew logs that I was able to get from the derelict itself. So that added another 700 on top, which meant that by the end of it, and including all of the rewards, I was able to afford more than a third of the helmet already. So I'm going to presume that in about 3 runs you're going to be able to fully afford the brand new helmet. But that is not the only change that was added to the derelicts. As I've said, they are now way more challenging than ever before in pretty much everything. So first of all, they've made the low temperature on it to be way more extreme than ever before. So in my case, I have a fully maximized character, and even in that case I was getting my shield absolutely destroyed, and I had to constantly recharge them like every minute or so. So you're probably not gonna survive for too long if you aren't opening those like heating machines that will keep the heat up and not let the temperature go too low. And also on the same note, the security systems and the small little alien creatures are going to be way more aggressive, and they will attack you way more often. So in this case, what I suggest is to not destroy or try to open too many of those alien sacks, because they are going to absolutely sack you, if you know what I'm saying. So they are really annoying, I'm not gonna lie. They are going to be way more threatening now, which is a good thing, because now it finally feels that there is danger on these derelicts too. But once you are done with that, you will want to go back at the scrap NPC, maybe even give in some of those logs that you got, and you're gonna be able to maybe afford some of these new additions over there that actually look really interesting. So starting with the biggest one, of course, is going to be the horrific flash helmet. It costs over 3,000 of these new metal pieces, but it looks very interesting. It's an option available for the anomaly race, so I kind of wish that they went with a different kind of race, but it still looks like one of those annoying little alien horrors that you find on the derelicts as well. It also comes in with some really interesting choices for like the eye, the color schemes and whatnot. You can even make it to have bloody teeth, so it looks really interesting, straight out of freaking Nightmare. The only thing that I kind of wish these did was if they had a hidden sort of effect, in the sense that in this case it would be awesome if you could blend in with those alien small horrors on the space derelict. It would be really awesome to kind of blend in, maybe even become a part of a tribe, I'm not sure, maybe even control them a little bit or take them with you. That would be really insane. But you can take something different from the space derelict freighters and bring them to your base, which are these new base parts and decorations. The first one, of course, is this wriggling green glowing thingy that you can find on various derelicts. It kind of looks like this, really awesome. I like it a lot. It's definitely going to liven up your environment a little bit and give it like that neon look that you might be looking for. Then of course we also have a couple more that are way more alienish. So we have the orange pustule, which looks like this, but my favorite has to be the detoxified slime, which kind of looks like an alien egg that kind of spreads its thingies. I'm not really sure, but you can put it on the base and make it look as if it is infested, and I'm pretty sure that you can create some really awesome theme park. Like, I would definitely keep an eye out for the No Man's Sky community in the next few days, as I'm sure there's going to be some really amazing bases. Now on the same note, we also have some brand new decals and banners. They kind of look like this. By far my favorite is the danger sign right there, like the toxic danger sign. Looks interesting. I might put it on my base, maybe like if somebody gets to visit it, they might think a second time if they want to do that. But I kind of like all of them, and it seems that this update is going to be a first step, or in this case a second step, to bring us way more of those derelict freighter customization options to our bases as well. So I cannot wait for the rest of them, especially those alien sacks that kind of pulsate when you get close to them. I would really love a cave of mine like that being filled with some of these, so I can set up a proper horror kind of place. But if you think this is where it all stops, you might be wrong, because this is going to be not the last update for No Man's Sky. So according to the development update right here at the bottom that we also got, update 3.05 is available right now on all of the platforms. Alongside the new spooky content and derelict freighters rebalance, the update includes a number of other fixes and improvements. We're gonna go over that in just a little bit, but this year has been so busy for No Man's Sky with the release of 5 major updates, if you can believe that, including the massive origins that we got just a few weeks back. So we hope this Halloween update comes as a nice surprise. We are not quite done yet with this year and should have a bit more news to announce very soon. Our journey continues. Thank you so much, Sean and Murray. So it looks like this is not gonna be the last update. We might get also a Christmas event in December. Who knows? Maybe yes, maybe no, or maybe, as I've said in one of the previous videos like a month ago or so, what if Hello Games has something in store for the release of the new PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X in basically just a couple more weeks, or maybe 3 weeks from this point. It's not too long, and they also mentioned the word very soon, an announcement that's gonna happen very soon. So that is my bet. Either that's a launch on the new gen of consoles, a new kind of like update to get ready for that and give some of the new improvements, or maybe a Christmas update with a brand new event. So we will see that in the upcoming weeks. And by the way, if you want to read some of the new patch notes, fixes, and like the bugs that we had in the game, you can also go ahead and read them on the main website, as it's pretty much right there. But this is it with the new content. Let me know down below what is your opinion of it. As always, also don't forget to leave a like on it, subscribe and activate that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video.